and feeling you. Girl, I want the sexiest heels for you. We gon' turn it up. Body like a...
Hello.
Oh. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the She Said What She Said podcast with your favorite best friend duo, B. Nicole.
Hey, your girl, Donyea Nicole, what's up?
Yeah.
What's up? Okay, it's popping, it's live, we live. We lit. With no alcohol, because we forgot it this week, so it's okay. All right.
Oh my God.
All right.
How's your day been going?
Cold, girl. Cold.
It's cold outside.
Cold. Listen, y'all probably wondering why I got a turtleneck on. It's March.
And I'm over here with a crop top on.
I mean, that's your look, though, so.
I love me a crop top.
Trey Stamp, ooh, she stole it. She did it here first.
So, how are you feeling? You know, we just got through the weekend. The weekend was real fun. Oh my gosh, I went to a brunch on Saturday. I had so many mimosas, it was bottomless.
What?
Let me tell you, it was bomb too.
I got my eyebrows done. Took my hair out. Girls on my natural hair journey. It's my wash and go. You guys like it? Yeah? I hope I did okay. Good? Thanks.
I care. But yeah, overall my weekend was pretty good. Spent my Sunday in the studio.
With me?
No.
Who was you with?
I was with my guys. I was with the guys in the studio.
All right, anyways.
I'm at the studio. I'm gonna call you back. You know, no, Usher.
Oh. I didn't know that's what you were referencing.
I said I'm gonna call you back. Yeah, that's my guy.
Well, I'm glad you had a good brunch.
I did.
I'm glad you drank for the both of us, because I didn't drink not a damn thing this weekend.
Yeah.
But this damn water. Had to stay hydrated.
Yeah, I didn't care about hydration this weekend.
Okay. She's warming up for a hot girl summer.
Yep. I'm getting my... Listen, I'm going on a girls trip, and I know what it's about to entail. I gotta get my stomach together.
It's on fleek, honey.
Oh, yeah. It looked good.
It looked good. It looked good.
But yeah, so I did all my shopping.
How much did you spend this time? Because we all know you.
I only spent a lot of it this time. Yeah.
I guess we won't say a lot of it.
A lot bit.
All right, so you know how you get you start talking to somebody, whatever, boop 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 boop, and then they start asking you about all your little friends, right? When I say little, we all know who I'm talking about. Your little guy friends, opposite sex. And, the girl be asking, oh, who your little friends? So you dude got some girls and the girl got some dudes, but they're really just friends. So for me, I have like 4, maybe 5, male, really good friends that have been with me since 3 of them have been with me since I was 6, and then the other 2 have been with me since I was, I want to say 18, and then so 18, and then I think I met Antoine when I was how old was I? I think 21.
Shout out to Antoine.
Shout out to you.
Don't feel special though.
All right, so all these guys that I mentioned that I rattled off, they're not going anywhere. I'm sorry. And it's
that.
So how do you deal with opposite sex friendships in a relationship or relationships?
Okay, that's hard.
That's hard.
Because I feel like opposite sex friendships can or can't be hard. It all depends. So there are some men or some women who have hidden agendas, and they do want to sleep with their best friend. And it's some men are oh, when her man messes up, she's gonna come crying to me. I can hit that. You know, like some people, they'll stay in the friend zone just to be able to like learn you. So it's like you don't know people's hidden agendas. But like for me, I have male friends, and I would never, ever touch that. Like I'm all set. But like the way I look at them, I'm like, yo, that's my dog. Like that's my dog.
Yeah.
And like a man coming in, he might be like, I don't know how I feel about that. But like, like that's the homie. Like you don't have to worry about nothing. Like, and it's like, even like if like my guy friend tried to come on to me, I would literally cut it short. I'd be like, yeah, no, that'll never happen. Like I keep reminding that would never happen. This is a friendship.
I just feel like, you know, I think Drake said it in one of his little rap lyrics.
Why are you touching me?
Yo, she is so mean. Anyways, well then I won't talk to you. Gosh, why are you touching me? Drake has a line. I think it's Drake. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he be like, he's like, you know, he says, do you know what song I'm talking about? And he's like, yeah. I could have sworn he's like, yeah, because that's not your brother. Da, 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 da. You know the song?
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the line.
So what about, you know, when a dude's like, oh, that's not your brother because you secretly effing him behind his back. Blah, 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 blah. That's
insecurity, though.
It
I
really
feel like
is.
a man who literally like he's just like, oh, you're sleeping with him. That's insecurity within himself. Because like, let me tell you, some men, they're so confident, they're like, I don't care how many male friends you have. Like I know what I'm laying down at home, and I know what I'm doing for you.
Oh, he know what he laying down at home. You heard that, ladies? Damn! Get you a secure nigga.
No, seriously, get you a secure. I'm talking secure with the bag, secure with himself.
You know, that's funny because
set for life.
I dated a guy that was like, that's not your brother. You just saying that. Da, 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 da. But he was really insecure with himself. I hope he's fine. I hope he's found himself now. But if he hasn't, I mean, you know, his loss.
Okay.
Yep. So, with that, I don't know. I think for me, like, I can't say, like, listen, if she's your best friend and you just met her, like, 6 months ago because y'all started working together, bro. That's not a no. Because it's like, and if a dude ever asked me to cut my good friends out because you're insecure, bro. Like, what? To cut these people out of my life, it's like, what? Who are you?
You just got here.
Right.
Humble yourself.
Right. Like, what?
It's like, you think I'm just gonna cut, like, first of all, you've been best friends with those people since you were 6. That's over 20 years of friendship. And you think you just showed up in here and I'm just gonna... And it's like, I don't like laughing in people's faces, but stupid shit like that will make me laugh in your face. I'll literally be like, and that pisses people off. And I do that a lot because I know it pisses people off.
You do. All the time.
No, like, I only do it to certain people. Like, if I know, I just be like,
You're messed up. It's not messed up. But yeah.
I just don't care. I care, but I don't care. Like for me personally, I don't think I've ever been told to cut off my friend, like my guy friend. Because like one of them, like first of all, he doesn't want me. He doesn't even like my type.
She said my type.
He don't want this.
My type.
You want me to cut him off for why? And it's like, that's been my homie for years. My other friend, like, that's the homie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have that mutual understanding where it's like, that would never happen. Like, I would never want it to happen. And I don't know. I couldn't really speak for him because I don't know, you know, what goes through his head. But I feel like we both understand that. And I would hope, because I would really hope we both understand that.
Yeah. For me, it's like, I don't think I've ever even had a conversation with them because it's like, yo, I've known you since I was 6. I'm not about to, like, we're not. I think that would just be weird. It would literally be as if I was kissing my brother or like messing with my brother. That's disgusting to think about.
Yeah.
Like, no. And then for like the other ones, it's literally like, wow, like, it's just like that. It's just the energy. It's like the energy that we give off. It's not a romantic energy. It's just like it's a vibe energy. It's like a whole vibe. So it's like, you as a dude, if you're really concerned about that, then I don't think you should be in a relationship at that time.
Well, I feel like you have to find yourself, be secure within yourself.
Because I'm not all for it's just us and that's it.
Like, I could understand. So, like, a lot of people, so speaking from like a female dating a male and he has a girl best friend, some females do a little too much. Like, I feel like I would feel some type of way if my boyfriend's standing right there and she's like, because I'd be like, like, I'd be like, all right, enough.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Shut the shit down. Like, I'm coming through shutting shit down. I promise you that. But, you know, if it's just like they're just genuinely cool, I'm going to be cool with it. But if she starts doing a little too much,
I'm going to snatch your wig off.
No. I'm shutting shit down with looks.
I'm going to snatch your wig off.
I'm not going to touch nobody, but I'm going to shut some shit down.
I'm going to snatch your wig off.
I'm going to shut some shit down. Just with the look.
Listen, I think I have looked at like a waitress before when I'm like, you know.
Oh, when they're doing too much?
Yeah, like, what do you, I know you didn't just do that with the table over there. Why are you acting like that? Like, stop.
Guess I should have me looking at somebody like, oh, this bitch really want to try me?
You really trying way too hard. That's so disrespectful.
And it's like, I be like, when situations like that have happened to me, I like try to like calm down because I'm like, Brittany, maybe you're just overthinking it. But then I feel like some females, they start doing a little too much. And then once that my eye starts twitching. Once I feel like my eye twitch a little bit, yeah. I'll be like, yeah, nope, I'm there.
Now, if like my partner like comes up to me or like, you know, confides in me in like in you know, the privacy of our home, or, you know, on the phone or whatever, wherever the hell we're at. And he's like, oh, hey, like, this happened at the party, and I noticed y'all was talking real close,
That
like,
happened to me before.
And, like, what were y'all talking about? Y'all looked a little bit too friendly, boop, boop, boop. And he asked, like, hey, can you maybe, like, tone it down a little? Depending on, like, the situation, because it's, like, tone it down, like, are you doing too much, or are you doing too much? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's like, who's doing too much? Yeah, like,
right.
I remember one time, we were out somewhere, and the dude was my cousin. I haven't seen him in forever. And so we were driving home, and he's like, oh, you was laughing with that dude. And I'm like, what dude? Like, because, first of all, I'm here with you. Why would I be over you? Like, it just, make it make sense. And he was like, that tall dude. And I'm like, what tall dude? Like, when was that ever? And then I'm like, dude, that was my fucking cousin. And he was like, oh. And I'm like I didn't. He was like, oh, well, you didn't know him at first. And I was like, because I haven't seen him since we were kids. Like, It's been years. Like, he recognized me. He was like, yo, Britt. And I was like I looked at him like, who are you? And then he said his name, and I was like, oh shit. And I was like, oh my gosh,
so
like,
big.
I'm like, I haven't seen you since we were kids. And so we we started talking for a minute, but he was like, oh, you was real he with that dude. And I'm like,
real buddy with this dude. Like, what?
I'm like, first of all, that's incest, sir.
Right,
relax.
Down.
But it's just like insecure.
That is insecure.
I can't even laugh with somebody. God damn.
But for real, like, end of story. If he's not secure, you don't really need to be with him, like, period. Like, nobody has time to tiptoe around your feelings because you feel some type of way about yourself and you can't be secure with yourself, and now you need your lady to stop being friends with this male because you're not secure with your own self and your dick game and the way you are handling things at home. Listen, that's not my fault. So
Not the slang gang.
If you ain't whole poking and stroking the right way, that's
I
not
know
my
that's
problem,
right.
okay?
I know that's right.
Like, you need to go have a conversation in the mirror with yourself.
A mirror.
Mirror. Practice something. Like,
I guess.
you're beautiful, and we're human. Like, we're put on this earth to talk to both people, like male and female. And if you can't be friends with somebody, then you're a child. Like, if
Yeah,
you
like,
really can't keep it in your pants and just exist in the same space with somebody, like, that's dumb. I never thought about sleeping with none of my friends. That's disgusting.
I just feel like for me, like before I really knew myself, I did feel some type of way, like a male having a female best friend. But I feel like it all depends on the man too. Like, some men, they're for everybody. Yeah. So it's like, if you feel like that person's for everybody, first of all, leave. That's one thing. But like, some males, you know, when they're like, you know, they would sleep with somebody else, or like they might sleep with their best friend. You have to choose your partner wisely when it comes to that, I feel like.
Right. I agree. I definitely agree with the beginning statement, saying, like, you know, when you didn't know yourself, yada yada yada. I definitely was like insecure of my man having a girlfriend, like a girl that's a friend. I'm just like, what? Like, where do they do that?
Because you with the big dog now, homie.
Right, like, where they do that? All you need is me. Hello.
You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose out.
But
you punch in air.
Looking back, I really do. I think I sounded crazy. But that's
yeah,
okay.
now looking back, I'm like, that's embarrassing.
Right. So if you're still like that, I think
I feel like it's good. And I feel like it's also good to have, like, friendships of the opposite sex, because it's like, I don't know, like, for me, my, like, opposite sex friends, they're not yes men. So it's like, if I go to them and I'm like, yo, he's tripping, blah, 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 they're like, no, you did this. And so it's like, they call me out on my bullshit, and I like that. Mm-hmm. And I would hope that if he had a female friend, she would be like, yo, dude, like, what the hell? Like, you shouldn't have did that. Like, call him out on his bullshit.
Right. And there's no, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Hidden agenda behind it.
Right. None of that.
Like, oh, come over. Right. Like, we can talk.
Oh, y'all just broke up? Yeah, come over now. Like, what? No. I think for the most part, like, once you're older, I think all of that should be cut out. So I don't see that being an issue, but there are still few in the bunch that get like that. So you have to be mindful of who you choose as your partner, and those are questions to ask at the beginning, or something to, like, really dive deep into in the beginning, at least.
Yeah.
So
that's actually good in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to know, because it's like, you know, in the beginning you have the opportunity to walk away or continue. So if you know from the beginning, that's why you gotta do your research on these men.
Right.
Because let me tell you, before I do anything, I researched you already, bro.
Yeah, we know.
I researched you already.
We know.
I know your first name, last name, your address. I'm playing. I'm not. But
listen, being an admin, being in administration for the Navy gave me a lot of power. But I'm not going to name those things, because then I'd just be pretty much telling on myself. So yeah. I'm just going to swoop.
I knew it was bad when we went on our first date, and he looked at me and said my last name, and I was like, how did you know my last name? He's like, I did my research. But I was like, did he just pull on me? Mm-hmm. And so I was like, well, I know your last name. I know this. I know that. And it's like, we both researched each other, which was like kind of like,
it was a laughable, like, good moment.
I was like
bonding.
I was like, no, like, this man did not just pull on me. Like, mm-hmm. he researched me. And then he was like, you don't use your last name, but your family does. And I was like, oh, you see my mom's Facebook? And I was like, I don't look like that. I don't look like that. I swear. Yeah.
That's funny. So with that, like, obviously, let's say you're in a relationship, yada yada yada, y'all been in a relationship for like 3-4 years now, and now it's, for some reason, something didn't work out. Now y'all broke up. What do you need to do to separate yourself from this person? Like, what are like your boundaries after breaking up? Like,
so you're saying like how they say breakup etiquette?
Yeah.
So I feel like once you break up, just leave it at that. Like, closure is a fucking lie. Closure does not exist. Closure makes your legs open. That's what closure does. Because when you go get closure, I promise you, you're gonna be like, well, can we just do it one last time?
Ah!
And then every time you try to go get closure, it's always one last time.
I need to see your closure, because
it's a lie, and that's how I know it.
I mean, so my closures be ended in tears. Like, oh my god, you really serious this time?
No, closure for me. Every time we were talking about getting closure with the breakup.
A little closer.
Yeah, that's all we was doing. The end of the we would have a conversation, but the conversation always ended up
closer.
Yes. And then
but you just came in wanting some closure.
That was the closure. But now I don't want closure. I'm all set. But breakup etiquette. Like I said, closure's a lie.
For me, I just don't like when you hear like, oh, I'm still friends with my ex, blah, blah, blah. Like, we just decided that, you know, we wanted 2 different things and yada, yada, yada. But my thing is, if you think about, like, okay, let's say you have a seed, right? And you plant the seed. The seed grows into a tree. Now you take the tree and you try to pick it up and go plant it somewhere else. It's not going to work.
I don't know. I agree and disagree.
Like, you're trying to make it regrow. Like, you've already established a romantic relationship with this person. So now you're trying to pick up the pieces and replant a friendship. You can't pick up the romantic or leave behind the romantic part and just be friends. Like, that's no. And would you be okay with your ex's ex coming to your wedding? Like,
yeah, no, that's weird. But I also, oh, sorry.
Would you be okay with your ex's ex coming to your wedding? Like, no. Sorry. You're not invited.
Yeah, no. But, like, I don't know. Like, once I detach from you, personally, I don't think about anything beyond what it was. Like, I can look at someone who I dated, and, like, I literally look at him like he's just another dude. Like, I have no desire to ever want anything from him. So it's like, if he was like, hey, let's have a friendship, I'd be like, okay.
But that's you. You never know what the intentions are of the other person.
Yeah, but
so it's like,
I don't know. Once a nigga know he can't touch me, I make it very clear.
Listen, you might catch a real crazy one, and he might go some measures just for you to...
Measures? What kind of measures are we talking?
You might get kidnapped or something. I don't know.
Kidnapped? You know how fast Richard would come looking for me? All the Richards?
Kidnap the BBLs.
What?
Your BBLs.
What BBLs?
The ones in your butt.
You're stupid. If an ex came to me and was like, let's be friends, I wouldn't do it. But I know I could. Like, I wouldn't do it because it's weird. But I know I could, on my end, I know I could just be a friend and not want nothing more. But, like, I always, like, even when men, like, would, like, if I seen them as a friend, if they try to come on to me, like, I would always, like, make a joke to revert back to let them know that they're in the friend zone. Mm-hmm. Like, they'll be like, oh, if he messes up, ha, ha, ha. And I'd be like, ha, ha, yeah, no. Mm-hmm. And then, like, they're like, oh, I'm just joking. Yeah, I bet.
Right, it's not funny.
Yeah, I'm not laughing. That'd be me. Maybe that's why people hate me. Cause I'm like,
yeah, you're...
And it's like, I don't mean to do it.
I
It's
just wish I could be a fly on the wall in your relationship. I would
Why?
love to. Because I want to know what you are in a relationship. Like, how you act.
in a relationship, I'm a big baby.
Big baby.
But, like, I'm a big baby, but I can still put somebody, like,
in their place.
Yeah, real quick.
Right, but I just can't envision you. I can't picture you being a big baby because you'd be a big, I don't know, but you'd be a big woman you bring big woman energy with everybody else.
I know. I be telling people I'm 6 feet.
No, she's not.
Nowhere close to even, I'm not even 5 feet. Talking about some 6 feet. I'm like, yeah, I'm 6 feet. You know, something light.
Right.
You know.
I'm like, okay.
You know. But I feel like once you guys decide on the breakup, I feel like you should have those conversations with each other. But once you come to an agreement, like, all right, this is it. We're going to go our separate ways. Move on. Like, just go.
Mm-hmm.
But if you feel like the relationship is worth fighting for, fight for it.
There ain't no discussion for me. If we broken up, we broken up. I like to keep the peace after I break up, but like I don't need to be friends with you still. We had our chapter, we had our season, whatever you want to call it. We didn't work because of whatever, but you know, I wish you the best. As long as you didn't do nothing to me, and then I wish you the best. Even if you did do something to me, I wish you the best. Because it was your loss. You're done. Yeah. And I see you when I see you. Period.
I see you when I see you.
Right. Like
how you say it. Yeah, you're definitely right. I wish everybody the best, you know?
The best.
Like, and it is what it is. And like you said, it's your loss. Because in my, like, anyone I've ever dealt with, they always come back and say, you know, sorry, I messed up.
They come crawling.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Peace. I don't know, my level of detachment now, once we're over, that's it.
It's a wrap.
All right, so, open relationships.
Open sesame.
Yeah, me, it's a hell no. Only because, like, honestly, I've heard people, you know, have them. They love it. Because the thought that, like, I'm laying in bed. So if we live together, I'm laying in bed. You don't come home. Like, you don't come home till 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm over here. I'm punching air. I ain't gonna lie. Because I know what you're out there doing.
Oh. If you were in an open relationship?
Yeah. I couldn't do an open relationship because the thought of you sleeping with, I don't even like thinking about the women that you slept with before. I don't want to hear none of that. I'm all set. I don't want to hear about none of it.
Yeah.
Like I always say, you with the big dog now. I want to hear nothing about your exes. They're irrelevant.
Oh my goodness.
Every single last one of them are irrelevant to me. They don't exist. Okay?
Okay. We heard you.
They don't exist.
Okay.
So the thought of you while with me with somebody else, it's not gonna sit right with me.
So you wouldn't be open?
I wouldn't be open.
Not even once? No. What if it was like, let's say you and your partner of like 15 years go to therapy and the therapist recommends that y'all try open relationships?
Ain't no therapist gonna recommend open relationships.
Just what if?
Because I'm gonna be right in, she gonna know I'm coming right back. And it's gonna be so how are we gonna get me
It's a no for me.
How are we gonna get me out of this jail sentence? That's what this therapy session would be like.
I'll fill your canteen for you.
No, I won't need it because I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I wouldn't agree to it. If a man came to me and said, let's have an open relationship, I'd be like, what?
What are you smoking?
What? I'd be like, I'm finna call your mom because I think something's wrong. I think we need to take you to the hospital. Because clearly you got me fucked up.
I've seen open relationships work. I've never been in one, and I don't think I would want to be in one, but I have seen them work. So, like, kudos to those that are in open relationships. That takes strength.
It does.
I
couldn't do it.
I wouldn't say, like, we're insecure to not have an open relationship. I just think that it's a preference, you know? And now, what if you're in a situation where, like, I feel like obviously you just want to get with the person. But my question was, what if you're in a situation where you meet a guy, you really like him, and then he's like, at the very end, after he's already asked you out, be like, oh, like, I'm also into open relationships.
Like, are you saying in the sense of he's in a relationship and like him and his girl are open?
Yeah.
That
Sure.
sounds too close to side bitch for me. All set. No.
Okay, but that's the same answer for me. So good.
No.
Now we're on the same page.
I'd be like, you thought I was playing side? And no.
Okay, what if you was the main?
No.
Well, you just said that, so.
No.
But so I think what I meant was, like, what if y'all are in a relationship or like he already asked you out and he was like, you know, like, let's say a week after he asked you out, he was like, oh, I don't think I mentioned it, but, like, you know, I'm into open relationships.
When is he telling me this? Like, are we out to dinner? Are we at, like...
Let's say we're out to dinner.
Okay. You got the check? Okay. I'm gonna find my way home.
Okay.
Yeah. It was really nice getting to know you, but I'm going to have to...
We're done.
I'm gonna have to...
We're
nicely
done.
decline.
We're done.
That's it. You're done.
Nicole! The Finding Nemo episode.
I would literally politely be like, all right, well, you know, I'm going to have to politely decline. You got the bill, right? Oh, okay. You don't have to worry. I'll get home safely. I'm going to call a ride. You're good.
You ain't got to worry about me. Worry about all the other good chicks you working with.
You ain't got to worry about me. You ain't got to worry about me. I got to stay up at TikTok.
All right, so open sex friendships.
Open sex friendships. Whoa there.
All right, so opposite sex friendships, breakup etiquette, and open relationships. I think all of those were great points. I think we hit pretty well.
Bow, bow.
So our question of the day, I don't know who it's from, but it says, do men or women settle more? How do you feel about that?
Sorry. All right, so do men or women settle more? Okay. So I feel like men settle more than women. Only because I feel like men lose that girl. Like, they'll lose their, like...
The one.
They'll lose that one girl, and then they can't get her back, so they continue to keep settling.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like men definitely settle more. Like, women... Some women might settle, but a lot of us don't.
Some women might settle because they're rushing. They think they're rushing the clock, which I think that the clock is dumb. Like, as long as you're making sure that your body is good, you're healthy, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Like, I think you are young, as long as you keep yourself youthful.
Yeah, I've seen women get pregnant at like 40, and
right.
I'll be just fine.
So don't rush the clock. Yeah, I agree with you. I think men do settle more, especially because there are less women that actually, like, will not put up with the crap. You know what I'm saying? I feel like women would rather stay alone than to settle.
Yeah, I feel like some women, I feel like I'm that kind of woman where it's like, I'd rather be alone than to settle.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, men definitely settle way more than women, because I'm not saying all women, just like all men don't fumble that one good girl they got. Some women do fumble that one good guy they got, and they do settle. But I feel like men are more prone to lose that one girl than women are.
Right.
What's that song? What did it say? I thought a nigga that couldn't get his bleep back said something. Yeah. That be them.
Mm-hmm.
That be them. That be them. Hard body.
Sad. That's true.
No, once you lose that one good girl, man.
She's not coming back. She is not coming back.
You'll be lucky.
Point blank period.
I mean, there is cases where they do come back, but
very far few
in between.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like on the deathbed. They're like, oh my God, we dated 50 years ago. That's when that's when her husband died.
What?
That's when her husband died and she just needs some.
Oh my gosh. She said that.
She's like, yeah, it was good 50 years ago. Let me see what it's like now.
How's it riding?
That would be me.
You been oiling it?
With my what are those things I have to wear? With my compression socks?
Oh my God. Yeah, a few things have changed, honey.
Changed. I wear compression socks at 26.
You haven't been on this ride in a minute. I'm sorry.
I can't. Alright, so this was a really good episode.
It was.
I like your energy.
I like yours. I like your face.
Oh, thanks.
I can't wait to see it next week.
Oh.
I'll probably
Next
see
Monday?
Uh-huh. Because every Monday we come out with a brand new episode.
So turn on your post notifications and don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
Tell your mama, tell your auntie, tell your poppy, tell your brother, tell your side girl, your side men, whatever. Tell them all.
I know that's right.
Because, you know, hashtag.
She said what she said.
Mwah. What? We'll see you on the next episode next Monday after y'all hoes get your little dick, your side niggas, your side hoe, your side bitch. We'll see you next week, motherfuckers. She said what she said. All right, we out. Bye, y'all. Ah! My back! My back!
Let me tell you what I'm gonna do, yeah. If you can feel you, call out. Put the sexiest heels for you. We gon' turn it up. Party like a Maserati, I'ma drive